every day we use, doll.e, IVA, OpenAI, video creation, gaming, and virtual worlds. So machine learning, different examples of subfields of AI, NLP, computer vision, robotics, expert systems, deep learning. Big data, so collection of huge amount of data for processing and getting new results. Cloud computing, and we have different platforms, for example, Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure, and so on, is computing AI hardware. So these are applications of AI in different fields: IT, banking, medical sector, health, cybersecurity, and so on. So what is the exact significance of AI in Nepal in the education context? Teachers shortage, so because many talents are going abroad. Human brain drain is becoming very rapid in Nepal. So IT teachers, we are having some problems to find them. Infrastructure issues, that means a higher connectivity. Fastest connectivity, we are lagging behind. Outdated teaching methods, we're still using traditional methods, okay? Writing in the board. So old methods we're using. Language barriers, there is no Nepali language AI models. We're only using English model. Teachers training, privacy, ethics, and so on. So what we can do using AI? So we can enhance teaching experiences, personalized education. We can improve administrative efficiency, quality education. We can initiate adaptive learning that can be used for teachers as well as students to get feedback, okay, to answer student queries, virtual reality, augmented reality we have in this area. Similarly, improving Nepali and English language, real-time translation. So other examples may be AI-driven data analysis, automation, fraud detection, paperwork, okay, making paperless teaching learning mechanism. And these are some significances of AI. So reducing dropout rates of students, enhancing digital literacy, preparing global competition, and so on. Industry transformation through AI. Few examples: healthcare, finance, manufacturing, retail. Some examples of AI automation systems: self-driving cars, drones, and UAVs. Still, AI, we are having some challenges. For example, loss of privacy and security, dependencies on AI, security is always there. The impact may be in education, transportation, workplace, and smart homes. And the future of AI is very good, especially in the education sector, to do some new research, find some innovative ideas and solutions for them. So basically, explainable AI is computing, augmented intelligence, ethical AI can be used in the education sector. And we have very popular myths about AI. For example, AI is equally intelligent as a human. So I think this is not correct. AI is fundamentally invented by the human. AI is taking over jobs. Actually, it is creating more jobs in the market globally. Business will be better with AI. AI will enslave humans. AI is reliable and unbiased. So these are some myths which are common globally. So agriculture, tourism, education, collaboration, and these are few opportunities of AI. AI skill demand is growing globally. For example, it was increased by 125% last year in 2015 to 2024. Okay, data scientists, ML engineers, and so on. The market is growing very fast, and it is creating more jobs, especially in AI, ML, and automation field. So this is the figure about global economic impact, around $15.7 trillion in 2020. So this is the forecast of AI business. Similarly, AI market size is growing very fast. So education, actually, new skills are growing using AI. Ethical AI practices are growing globally. And the main outcome of AI is for innovation, collaboration, education, and social impact. And the major events of AI may be advanced in generative AI, explainable AI, integration with emerging technologies like edge computing, quantum computing, and so on. AI for sustainability, automation systems. So these are a few examples of global approaches to AI. United States, China, Europe, and India are aggressively AI for different purposes. Few examples of leading companies in the AI. So OpenAI, Google, DeepMind, IBM, Microsoft, Imagine, Oracle are extensively using AI for different reasons and purposes. And this is the current trend, that new researches are being done in AI. Model optimization have been carried out. More powerful virtual agents are developed. And best practices may be to increase the culture of collaboration, continuous learning procedure, new update about the AI technologies. And it has still a very good future, especially in education and in development sector. And finally, AI is widely used in education sector, and it has a very good future. So thank you very much. We have very less time. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Dr. 𝐂𝐨𝐧𝐿 Sharma. So now I'd like to request our next keynote speaker, Dr. 𝐸𝐴𝐧𝐿 lamsal sir, for his session.
Hello. Good afternoon. I'll not take much, 10 minutes. I'll just take 10 minutes, so please be patient. This session will be especially for the students and the practitioner. First of all, I would like to congratulate our organizing team for this grand, events outside Kathmandu. To conduct this type of conference is really tough, as we are in those, conducting such conferences in Kathmandu and all these things. So my topic for today's keynote session is advancing digital transformation in agri-tech or focus on Nepal. So we've been hearing a lot of insightful sessions from the morning. So of course, our Professor Dr. Jhapa, he has highlighted about the usefulness. Professor Manisha has highlighted about how human has to wisely use the AI. Our Professor Sudan sir has highlighted about the hallucination and biasness in AI and all these things. But I'll check a little bit my side in how AI IoT can help in agriculture sector, which is our primary economy and labor market for Nepal. So just if you see, this is my motivation, like Nepal, agriculture is the backbone. We say that agriculture is the backbone, but still we are importing a lot of agricultural product from outside the country. And this has challenged the sustainability of the farmers as well. So the motivation behind this is, I think this is not included there. We work to feed our family, right? But agricultural farmers, they work to feed entire world. That's why we have to look at that aspect and do some of the things that we can do for our society and in the context of Nepal. This I'm not going to highlight much about the GDP contribution, employment, key products in agriculture and forestry in Nepal. They have a huge impact in AI, contribution to the nation's economy as well as labor market. We know that population is going to rise and the global food security is a big concern, and so we need to adapt to some sort of innovative technology like AI and IoT in supply chain to more production yield and other things. There are challenges faced by the farmers. We are out terrain, slope terrains, climate vulnerability, post-harvest loss is a major challenges, and labor migration. We know that even the students and the other labor, they go for foreign nations to, get their daily lives, to earn their incomings and all these things. So another one important factor is wildlife threats like monkeys, elephants destroying our farmlands, and a lot of agriculture sectors are impacted with that. This is one of the photos that we went and visited some Lumbini Pradesh. This is a real use case scenario where we can do a lot of research in post-harvest storage, as many of our cold storages are non-functional. Okay, so farmers, they are now frightened to even keep their products in the cold storage. And this is what the government has asked us to go and then submit the preliminary report. We visited some 3-4 districts in Lumbini Pradesh, where many of the things were primarily due to real-time monitoring and control, which can be achievable rightly through using IoT and AI. So now there is a key gaps, among the stakeholders. We have three players, like academia, industry, and farmers. As in academia, we basically target for theoretical and science aspects. And to convert or to transform that into real industry, it may take more than 5 years, right? So again, to be adopted by the farmers, it will take another 4 or 5 years, because farmers, they simply do not, adapt it as it happens. There is a high risk value whether it works or not. So we have to see how these key gaps between the academia, industry, and the farmers should together, narrow down so that the impact will be seen as early as possible. So what are the incorporating digital technology like IoT and AI? We can have this kind of smart irrigation system, real-time climate monitoring and early warning systems, like pest and disease prediction, polyhouse automation, wildlife intrusion detection and deterrent, post-harvest and supply chain. These are the fields that we can do in Nepal on our own knowledge. These are some of the use cases for smallholder perspective. You have seen many of the farmers are attracted towards polyhouse, tunnel agriculture nowadays. Similarly, mushroom farming, poultry farming, farm security, nursery, fishery, and post-harvest storage along with the solar power irrigations. These are the common, use cases from the perspective of smallholder farmers in Nepal. So various AI tools are available, AI and AI IoT tools are available, which can be readily used to solve all this type of common use cases and their challenges and problems here in Nepal. These are some of my works that I think that would be beneficial for the students. We have personally worked in a small scale, middle scale, and even in a research scale. Okay, so some disease prediction, all the students do the projects in this, but how can we do this kind of disease prediction that becomes really viable and commercialized and gives a very good result? That is challenging, right? So now we are into organic agriculture and precision agriculture. Our university is focusing a lot of time on doing how to initiate or how to start organic agriculture once again and do this precision agriculture. Some of the research initiatives that we are doing right now is like, as Professor Sudan sir and we were discussing other day, this monkey is a big problem in Mid-Hills region. And I've interviewed many farmers that why they left their land barren. They said that even if we do something, when the harvest time comes, the monkey all of a sudden comes one day and finishes or vanishes our products. That's why we're not, interested in doing this agriculture anymore. So monkey detection is one problem that we can easily detect, we can see, but how to deterrent them? That's why many of our people are they're trying to, find the solution for this, but not yet effective. Because we have to go and see the behavior of the monkey. From their behavior, how we can change their habits, what methods can be done. This is really, really a good research topics to every one of you. And you can become a millionaire in a day if you have a right solution for this. So we're trying for this. Similarly, indoor rodent and intruder deterrent in some of the like mushroom farming. This is mushroom farming because I work in Chitlang. There are a lot of mushroom farms available there. And they have this problem. These are all real world problems. Another is early forest fire detection. In Kathmandu, maybe in the time of March, April, May, a lot of pollutions are there due to this smog and all these things in fire forest. Okay, these are the middle class of research that you can do. And if you really want to go for a higher class of research or higher dimensions, this is a tree ring. I don't know how many of you have heard about, maybe agricultural persons, they know it. If you extract some portion of the tree, there are slightly, you can use your microscopes to see, or even in your naked eyes, you can see the rings. Okay, so these tree rings have a lot of history and a lot of messages underlying on it. It gives you the climate history, it suggests you the extreme events, age of the tree, environmental changes, species adaptation, and then disease forest health. Okay, so this is one of the good projects we are going to use with the machine learning, that how to identify, or this is like a hard drive of the planet. So you can extract a lot of information from the tree ring. Similarly, there is a bamboo measurement. See, we are very good resources, natural resources of bamboo in middle region in Nepal. So if you can extract exactly the ring size, inner diameter, outer diameter, you can predict the strength of the bamboo for sustainable, resilient structures, which you can use it for building our own custom houses or even our different architecture. Okay, so another is Ilam and Jhapa, they're very much famous for tea extract and tea. So you can use this machine learning to extract the different like fermentation level, chemical properties of the teas from the color of that using machine learning. This is a real, case studies for high level research that you can perform. Okay, so simple digital transformation, you can say. We have organic agriculture in Chitlang, and many of us would like to buy organic agriculture product, even though it may cost you a little bit higher. So what we did is we started a community supported agriculture where we develop a simple interface where the farmers, they used to upload their products with the price which is very cheap compared to the Kalimati market, because all of our product we are paying for the middleman. So we have started this community supported agriculture with our lab, because they don't trust you. You can do that, but what is the point of trust? How do you validate that whether it is organic or it's safe for you or not? So we have GSMS lab and other things to test it. We sample that and then say this is organic, this is safe for use. So people are attracted towards that. This is a simple digital transformation where some of the people get entrepreneurial skills and they're working on it. So I don't want to discuss about this AI and IoT system architecture. This is how you can interface with the sensors and actuators. And this is another interesting fact, that we have to get the real-time data census data in real time to control any kind of early warning systems or any kind of haphazards in the systems. So this type of interface you can develop, data visualization tools you can develop. This is all my work, what I've been doing. Okay, so some of the emerging technologies in agriculture, people are doing a lot of emerging technologies. I find a lot of students doing the project, a lot of practitioners doing their products in this. So there are barriers for these adaptations, like high cost of the device, low digital literacy, poor connectivity, and energy insecurity. But we have the solution as well. So I've mentioned some of the solutions, how we can, undergo with that challenges. So these are some policy level recommendations that the government has to listen. And finally, conclusion, Nepal being an agrarian country, we should work hard. We should see the AI, IoT, other technology which are suitable for our society, our real world examples, and try to help to sort out the problems that are very near to us. Thank you very much. By the way, these are some of the galleries that I have done in my work. You can see some polyhouses, tunnels, some irrigations, fisheries, cold post-harvest storage. Myself have done this kind of things. And I have tried even this as a vertical farming. So you can think one day you have a room, you grow your food inside your room. That we are doing now at our university. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Rituraj Lamsal, sir. So as I informed earlier, if you have any questions regarding anything that has been presented till now, you can contact the respective dignitaries at the time comfortable to you and the concerned dignitaries. So now we are heading towards the technical session 1. So as informed, the presenter were asked to be ready for the presentation, respective presentations. And now for the technical session 1, I would like to request Dr. Surendra Shrestha sir to take a seat of session chair. I request you to take a seat on the front row. Similarly, I would like to request Dr. Saral Sinha sir to take the chair of the session chair. Similarly, I would like to request Dr. 𝐸𝐵𝐺𝐿 Lamsal sir for the session chair.
Thank you very much. We three are the session chair of this technical session 1. There are 8 papers. 10? Sorry. There are 10 papers. Each paper we are given to maximum 15 minutes. 7 plus 3. Okay. Then 7 minutes you have to conclude your presentation. You don't need to formal here. Just you start your work and your research work. Just start, and then after you can complete within a 7 minute, maximum 10 minutes we have to conclude with question answer. And first 3 I will start, then after 3 and another session chair, and next is 4. That's why we first 3 I'm started to this. And first paper is unusual activity detection with the alert system using the vision transformer by Ocean Sitola, Praveen Sangrola, Pravesh Sharma, Pukar Karki, Shailesh Devkota, and Shuchita Krishna or Sa. Please, who is the presenter? Exactly, start to complete 7 minutes. Your time is...
I have a special request for the audience. Actually, this is the most important part of the conference. So I hope there will be pinned off silence during the presentation. Thank you.
Hello, hello. Volume.
Your time is start.
Good afternoon, everyone. The title of my research is Unusual Activity Detection with Alert System using Vision Transformer. And I am the presenter Ocean Sitola from Department of Electronics and Computer Engineering, Purvanchal Campus, Dharan. This presentation demonstrates a comprehensive research on AI-based surveillance system utilizing a vision transformer architecture as well as incorporating an alerting mechanism. We explored the architecture, methodology, as well as performance of the system. Traditional surveillance system relied on continuous human monitoring, which led to observer fatigue, which eventually led to delayed response and missed incidents. That's why the objective of our research is to explore an AI-based surveillance system using various deep learning algorithms and to implement the most optimal solution. And we also integrated a dual alerting mechanism to notify authorities with high-risk friends to ensure timely response. This is the literature review in which various AI-based surveillance system models were developed by using machine learning algorithms like VIT, CNN, YOLO, DeepSort, VIT, CNN, RNN, hybrid, etc. And we began with the research to find the most suitable machine learning algorithm which we could use to implement in our surveillance system. And we began with the hybrid of VGG16 and LSTM architecture. And VGG16 successfully extracted the features. However, LSTM struggled to understand the temporal context of the dataset. That's why we moved on to our next approach, which is research using customized transformer architecture. In this approach, we tried to implement an transformer from scratch, design a transformer from scratch. But however, designing from scratch was not very easy task because it required a lot of computational resources, and we were in sort of a powerful computation resources. That's why we moved on to our next approach in which we used a pretend VVIT model, which works on video rather than working on individual frames. This approach provided better performance and outperformed the previous approaches. However, it came with notable limitations like limited control over outputs and inability to customize frame processing. And the model was very complex, which led to delayed responses, which is not appropriate for real time. That's why we begin with our final approach, in which we fine-tuned a vision transformer on individual frames rather than on full video sequences, which offered enhanced control over inputs, customizable frame processing for faster predictions. The architecture of vision transformer is adapted from transformer architecture from natural language processing, and unlike in traditional CNNs, it uses self-attention mechanism to learn relationships across entire images, and it processes image as a sequence of patches. It also uses global attention mechanism, which allows it to capture complex dependencies. And the specific model used is VIT based, which is pre-trained on ImageNet 21K dataset, and it processes image in the form of, it takes input of images in the form of 224 by 224 pixels, and then it converts them into patches of 16 by 16 pixels, and then it works on them for further analysis. This is the architecture of vision transformer. And moving on to the methodology, for data collection, we utilize the UCF crime data set, which contains of 1900 videos with of 128 hours in total. And it contains of 13 real world abnormalities. And the video were converted into frames, and then the frames were split into training data set, which contained 12 lakh frames, and test data set, which contained 1.1 lakh frames. And for data preprocessing, the frames were labeled into two classes. One class is normal activity, and another class is abnormal activity. So we are going to do binary classification. And augmentations were applied on the training data set, where sharpness were randomly adjusted, and transformations were applied to standardize the input for pre-trained VIT. And the transformations were image resizing, tensor conversion, and normalization. And the data set was then split up into training data set and validation data set using a stratified approach. And then we labeled the classes with numerical labels. And then we began with feature extraction, in which a pretend VIT was loaded from Hugging Face, and then it was used to analyze and understand spatio-temporal relationship using global attention mechanism. This is a flow diagram of methodology. And we began with a model training by fine-tuning the VIT base for unusual activity detection, in which we trained the model for one epoch using with a learning rate of 5e-6, and then a weight decay of 0.02 was used to prevent overfitting. And batch size of 32 was used for training dataset and 8 for validation dataset. For session management, Redis was used as a database which stored the live session information. And then to establish real-time communication, we used Django channels, WebSocket, and WebRTC technology to enable low-latency live streaming by establishing peer-to-peer connection. And by integrating the model in the backend, the AI model classifies the video by taking the video frames at every 5-second interval at the rate of 30 frames per second and analyzing every 5th frame to prevent the system of overload, and threshold of 2 was taken. Which means that in every 5-second interval, 6 frames were analyzed, 30 frames were analyzed, and out of those 30, if minimum 2 of the frames were classified as unusual activity, then an alert was triggered. The threshold was taken so that we can reduce the number of false positives. So this is the system block diagram, which shows that dual alerting mechanism was adopted, in which one alert was sent to the surveillance interface and another alert was sent to the third-party application like Telegram.
Try to complete as early as possible,
Okay, sir.
within 1 minute.
Okay. Okay, for performance metrics, we used various metrics like validation accuracy, which is pretty high, but the test accuracy dropped to 78.95%, which shows some overfitting. And the macro F1 score is 0.7858, which shows that, which is very high, so it shows that the model is not biased toward any one of the class. And we, as I told you, we integrated dual alerting mechanism, in which if the surveillance person is in the surveillance interface, is monitoring the surveillance interface, then he gets a pop-up message along with an alerting sound to capture attention. But if he is not continuously monitoring the surveillance interface, then an alert is sent to a third-party application like Telegram, so that the incidents doesn't go unnoticed. And then this is the confusion matrix and classification report. In the classification report, you can see that to justify the model, we could train, due to lack of computational resources, we could train only for one epoch. That's why, but still we achieved pretty decent test accuracy. But the model was biased toward normal activity, because due to the label noise, because the unusual activities videos also contain the frames which contained normal activities as well, that which made the model biased towards the normal class.
Stop your presentation.
Okay.
Because time is already finished. Okay, conclusion.
Conclusion.
Okay.
Okay.
Finish
In
it.
conclusion, we successfully implemented all the we were successful to address all the objectives of our project with a decent test accuracy. And on the top of automating security monitoring, the research also highlights the transformative potential of vision transformer on other domains reliant on visual analysis. So these are the references.
Okay, thank you very much. Only one question from audience. Any question? One, please. Give a mic to him and introduction, your self-introduction, please.